I want to be a billionaire. I want to have all the money in the world. I don't care about life satisfaction. I just want a bunch of numbers in my bank account. Woo-hoo-hoo! Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belli. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And we're going to do an analysis of how quickly Jeremy Financial Education can become a billionaire. Now, if you don't know who Jeremy Financial Education is, he is a young man. He's 32, same age as me. I think I'm a little bit old, maybe like a month or two older than him. And he became pretty famous on YouTube because he put a small speculative bet in a little known stock at the time. Tesla! Oh, yeah! You know, it was a heavily shorted stock. A lot of people thought it was going to go bankrupt. People were doing fundamental analysis and didn't like it. But Jeremy, because he's a genius investor, just said, hey, revenue my avenue. And he put some money in it. And the stock went up and it exploded. So now he's famous, okay? And he's been rewarded. He's been given a gift that not many people get. And that is access to easy income. Easy, I wouldn't say guaranteed, but easy income. YouTube is the easiest income I have ever made in my entire life. I've been in the Army. I've been a lifeguard. I've been a financial advisor. I've been a government accountant, a tax accountant. I've done a bunch of stuff. I've tutored. I have a tutoring business. It's kind of slow right now. You know, the school season's over with. But never have I made easier money than going on YouTube and making videos. It's so easy. So, God, if I ever got as big as his channel, he's living the life. But is Jeremy satisfied with this amazing gift he's been given? Because if you think about it, the guy's a freaking gas station manager, okay? He's worked at Walgreens where he plunged toilets. That was his main duty. And then he worked at a gas station where he gave out dip cans to people like me. And somehow he goes from that, he gets a community college degree, doesn't learn how to spell apparently, I before E except after C. And now he's a multimillionaire because he made a couple of videos about Tesla. I mean, how can you get more lucky than that? And on top of that, he was investing during a crazy, insane bull market. How can you get luckier than that? So instead of taking advantage of this gift and, you know, kind of enjoying his life a little bit more, because, dude, you're a multimillionaire. You got 3 houses. I don't know why. You only have to live in 1 house. 3 houses, millions of dollars in the bank. He's got a wife and kids. Enjoy your life, bro. No. Jeremy LaFufu needs to become a billionaire. Why? Because of unquenchable, insane greed. You can't just sit back and have a little bit of fun. And trust me, when Strongman becomes a multimillionaire, which I will, just a matter of time, I'm going to go on vacations. I mean, I'll do work and I'll have goals and I'll keep accomplishing them. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I need to have $200 million or I need to be a billionaire. Oh my God. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enjoy my life. And of course, still work it. Because like part of enjoying life is having goals. You know, you want to accomplish things and keep working towards some brighter future. You get bored and stagnant. But you got to enjoy yourself at some point. But this total freaking loser wants to be a billionaire. So let's go look at a video real quick. We're not going to play the video, but I'm going to show you how much ad revenue he's making from YouTube. And we're going to make a guess about how much he could potentially invest every year. And I'm actually going to be super generous, both at his starting portfolio, how much he has right now invested, and how much he could invest a year. So I'll explain more as we go through. So let's go ahead and look at his most recent video. So here he's saying, my YouTube pay is skyrocketing. So we get a window into the income of Jeremy LaFufu. My Meet Kevin response. So it looks like so far in 2022, he's made $214,000 in 5 months. So we take 214, 438 divided by 5 times 12. He's going to, if he stays on the current path, he's going to make $500,000 freaking dollars on YouTube. Now, what kind of returns is he going to have to get if he theoretically invests? And like, trust me, this income, it's not sustainable, especially if you stay in a bear market. This dude is not going to be making $500,000 on YouTube every year. But you also have to factor in he's taking sponsorships, you know, even though he's so rich, he needs sponsorships. And he has a course, which he's been slashing prices on, which he also makes income from. Now, I don't know how profitable that business is because he has, a website, he's got employees, he's got to pay a lot of expenses for that course. So at the end of the day, I can't imagine what the profit margin is. However, it's got to be drastically reduced. So in this exercise, we're going to be super generous. And even though he has to pay taxes on this $514,000 theoretically that he's going to make, we're going to say that he can invest all of this money. And remember, you got to pay taxes. You got to pay, he's got personal bills. He's got 3 houses. He's got cars. He's got all sorts of crap that he's, blown money on. But we'll be nice and we'll assume he can invest $514,000, which is an insane amount, which I don't think he's going to do every year. So he can invest $42,000 a month. Oh my God, man. If I put that into BT, woo! So let's go ahead and look at a compound interest calculator. So we're going to be nice, and we're going to say he has a $10 million portfolio. Okay? And he's going to contribute his entire YouTube earnings, without even taxes. 42,887. Length of time in years. So he's 32, the traditional retirement age, Social Security, 62. So 30 years. Interest rate. Now, this is what we don't know. So we're going to start with 10 and see how much money he can get, or where he would be in 20 or 30 years if he was investing $42,000 a month. Now, I don't know what the future returns of the stock market are going to be. It could be 5%, could be 10, could be 15. I have no idea. 10 is a historical average, so we'll use that. And we'll give it an interest rate variance of 5. So let's see how much money Lafufu could potentially have in retirement. Okay, so if he gets a simple 10% rate of return, which if he put his money into an index, he could potentially get this. If he just invested everything he had right now into an index, VT or VOO or whatever, VTI, whatever he wants to do, he could have $250 million freaking dollars. However, what if he gets a 15% rate of return? Well, even with a 15% rate of return, assuming he has a $10 million portfolio right now, and assuming he's putting in his entire YouTube earnings, and he earns that perpetually into the future, $42,000 a month, 15% compounded annual return, he still will not be a billionaire. He needs to get, 16%? Let's see. Let's do 12. Okay. So he needs between let's say he probably needs a 10.5 maybe. I want to get as close as I possibly can. Okay. So if Jeremy Lafufu gets a 15.5% rate of return, assuming all those characteristics, all those, all that stuff works out, he would have $1 billion in 13 years. Now remember, the market has historically returned 10%. What has Jeremy returned? Nobody knows. Apparently, he makes 70% per year. I don't believe that. I think he's underperformed the market. If you look at all the money he's lost in stocks, GoPro, very good food company, Tattoo Truckers, P. and Sweaty Nutsack, Horsehair My Horsehair, there's no way the guy's beating the freaking market. Okay, he just got lucky with Tesla, but what happens if Tesla reverts to the mean? And even then, Tesla is carrying his portfolio. You could actually go look at his portfolio, and he's underperformed pretty freaking badly. And Tesla's the only thing holding it up. So this clown has to get a 15.5% rate of return. But if he had just plopped it into an index, he would have $250 million. That's all dude, you're set. All you have to do, Jeremy, take your $10 million portfolio, put it into VT, put in $42,000 a month, invest it, do it for 30 years, get a 10% rate of return, which is the historical average, and you'll have $250 million. You see how that works, ladies and gentlemen? You don't need to get insane returns to be freaking wealthy. You need to maximize how much you can contribute to the index. And by not paying a lot of fees and taxes, you could have $250 million, assuming you get Jeremy's income. But, of course, he's a gambler. Now, let's go look at the historical returns of some of the best investors ever. Warren Buffett, 19. Seth Klarman, I have no idea who that is. Benjamin Graham, 20%. Peter Lynch, 29%. And Joel Greenblatt, 48%. So those are some astounding freaking returns. Now, Jeremy apparently is better than Joel Greenblatt because I've heard he gets 70% per year. So let's see what 70% gives us. Whoa! Damn! So apparently, according to Jeremy's calculations, he's going to have $87 billion. He is going to be one of the richest men on earth. Does that sound reasonable to you? No, I don't think it is. So it's like, dude, you've already made it. You've succeeded, Lafufu. Take your freaking grift money from your crappy course, which I've torn apart. It's full of errors. It's just garbage. And use that to pay your taxes. Hopefully you can live off of it. And then just invest your YouTube earnings into an index and you'll have $250 million. I can almost guarantee you that. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but is $250 million enough for you, Jeremy? I hope so. I don't think it is, but I hope so. Isn't that freaking nuts? This guy is a maniac. His gambling, his addiction to gambling on crappy, unprofitable, small cap growth stocks that are diluting shareholders, it's sad because the guy's already made it. But what he's going to do is severely hamper his investing potential by doing what he's freaking doing. Jesus. All right, let's do some comments. I might do another stream where I go through over some stocks. You guys can give me some stocks and I'll analyze them live. So we have some very insightful comments here. From Italy. How old are you? Dave Ramsey. We're strong, baby. He's crying downstairs, probably. My monthly net income is your net worth. No, it's not. You mentioned in one of your recent videos you are against unions. And I was wondering, what are your reasons? Well, I mean, unions benefit the workers because you get paid more, you get more benefits, you don't have to work as hard, but it's bad for investors and the company because it massively increases costs and it destroys a company's competitiveness. Because I mean, like most unions are super strict and it just really makes a company hard for a company to become profitable or stay profitable or, compete against competitors that don't have unions. So it depends on your perspective, really. Hope you vlog your vacations. Oh, I will, man. I'm telling you, once I get my $1 billion with my 70% rate of return, I'm going to go to Europe and I'm going to go to Asia. 1 month each. And y'all are going to love it. And I'm going to do that with index funds. Jeremy can't afford to buy a vowel, so please donate to his GoFundMe. Is he making more money on YouTube than he is losing on his garbage stocks? Oh, yeah. Well, actually, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. He's lost a ton of money on Tattoo Trucker's Ballsack and Corsair. Does he even talk about Corsair anymore? That stock got freaking wrecked. And what is his other big position? Honest My Bonest. He's down massively. Now, I don't know if he's going to stay down forever. Maybe he'll break even because he can keep dollar cost averaging down. But, I mean, dude, you could have just put that into an index. You could have $250 million, you idiot. Woo! Lafufu is 70% in index funds behind the scenes. I honestly, I would not be surprised if he was just like maxing out VTI or VU. Would not be surprised. That would actually be intelligent of him. And that's probably where all his real wealth is. That's why I said he potentially has a $10 million portfolio. Because just think about how much he was charging people for his stupid little financial fortress. Up to $20,000 a couple of years ago. He slashed prices significantly, but he made a ton of money. And if he had just socked that away, oh boy. I mean, that's my plan. That's why I'm doing YouTube and tutoring. I make as much money as I can. I just toss it into VT wax, VT. And I'm going to have multi-millions. And I'm not going to have to stress about picking stocks or doing any of that crap. It's all about how much you can contribute. You don't have to worry about beating the market. But nobody wants to hear that. They want 10x stocks. I sold all my BABA for a 14% profit. Planning on buying back if I hit under 90. Should I have held? I mean, that's your personal decision. I'm going to hold BABA for a while. I mean, if it goes like on a massive bull run, it goes back to $300, and I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's overvalued. I'm going to sell it. But as of now, I'm just going to hold it. I don't care. I think it has a lot of room to run. I think that company is massively undervalued. Lafufu is laughing at you for typing 10 as estimated interest 10. He's going way bigger than that, aiming for billions. Yeah, that's what he's doing. I put in 70. He says he gets, from what I remember, he said he gets like on average 70%. He would have $83 billion. $83 billion. Really, Lafufu? Once you're that big, I don't think you can get that great of returns. I mean, look what happened to Berkshire Hathaway. They were doing great, and now they're basically performing like the market because they're so massive. All his stocks will 5x or 10x soon. Are you trolling me or are you serious? I mean, we're about to go into look at gas prices, man. This is insane. They're almost $5 here. People are going to go buy Tattooed Trucker's ball sack when gas prices are $5? Come on. He's in a soy boy bubble. Yep, you sold your Baba. Let's see. Wasn't that 87 trillion? Let me go look again. Million, billion. Oh, yeah, 87 trillion. You're right. So Lafufu is saying he was going to have $87 trillion. I was totally wrong on that. Yeah. Totally, Jeremy. You're not a scam. 80 trillion. You guys are right. That's hilarious. Going all in on Jeremy coin. I would not be surprised if he went low enough to get a freaking coin. This guy is blue pilled to the max, living in a toxic, delusional reality. We get it. You like being conservative, and your life goal is to go to resorts and eat fried Oreos all day. Well, number one, I work out very consistently, and I'm very healthy. So I don't know where you get the idea that I'm going to eat fried Oreo. What is a fried Oreo? Number one. Number two, blue pilled. I'm an alpha male, okay? I make money. I got kids. I'm better than you, boy. You jealous? That's right. If you get married and have kids, you're blue pilled. I'm going to have so much fun with that Red Pill Cheeks channel. Y'all just wait. This guy's probably a troll, though. Why aren't you at work counting things? I'm on paternity leave, but I go back on Thursday. So don't get used to me streaming in the middle of the day. I open a Roth IRA on Vanguard. Why not do 60% VTI, 40% VXUS? I 100% support that. That's fine. The only thing is don't try to be tempted to time the market, but there's a 100% legitimate reason to do that. VT is just easier. You don't have to think about it. It's one ETF. You don't have to worry about rebalancing. Just let it go. That's why I do it. But there's nothing wrong with what you're talking about right there. Jeremy was talking about selling his house in every video now. He whispers. He's stressed, man. Look at the stress. Imagine if you were that wealthy and you had $10 million invested. You had a house, you had wife, kids. Like, enjoy your life a little bit. You think he's enjoying his life? The guy's freaking miserable. He hates his life. Man, I'm telling you, if I had that amount of money, I'd quit my job. I'd just do YouTube and tutoring as like a side income, and I would just go have fun and, explore some things I've always wanted to do. Is that the real millennial money? No, it's not. There's no way. Calling me blue pill, I don't think they would say that. He leveraged his house to buy garbage. That hasn't recovered. Sad. All right, guys, that's it. I might go live again unless my wife needs assistance. And we can cover some stocks. You tell me the stocks you want me to cover, and I will look at them live with no preparation, and I'll tell you what I think about them. So I will talk to y'all in a minute. Cheers!